Hello and welcome to Lockett in the Czech Republic then for round 4 of the EMX150 Honda European Championship. Emil Weckman, your series leader, from Albin Larsson, Tim Edberg, Jack Binkcliffe and Viking Lindström. They were the top 5 as they headed into race 1 yesterday. We'll talk more about that first race in just a moment, because as you saw a moment ago, the riders are getting ready to line up for the start of race 2.
Ohledně čtyřtaktů, no ale byla to taková novinka. Opět, když se podíváme na český šampionát, tak
so this serpent of a circuit here in the east, in the west of the country, close to the German border, venue for this 4th round. And the circuit here, almost 1,600 meters long, start straight about 75-80 meters. Last year, of course, it was beyond the top of the hill there, just down in this area. It was there for a couple of years actually, but reverting back to its original position. People up on the Monster Energy station there, getting a pretty decent view of the circuit. But here's how they qualified: Emil Weckman, Erik Schweller, Tatu Junala, Alexei Kalanyov, Larsson, Edberg, Fredriksson and Erlendsson, your top 10. That was how they lined up in time practice yesterday, but it was Jack Binkcliffe, number 11, who led right from the very first lap from Emil Weckman. Those two coming home first and second, and it was Binkcliffe who was almost 11 seconds clear by the time the checkered flag fell. Albin Larsson didn't make a good start, but he did work hard, got himself into 5th by the end of the first lap. And then he was there for 2/3 of the race before making passes in quick succession in the end over Viking Lindström and Håkan Fredriksson, the Norwegian. So Larsson getting 3rd. Fredriksson was 4th, Lindström was 5th. Tatu Junala, who started 8th, got himself back to 6th. Konyon was 7th. Erik Schweller, who rode great in Germany until he fell on the final lap in the second race, got himself to 8th. Alex Pettersson was 9th, and Max Erlendsson was 10th. Tim Edberg, though, felt at turn 1 at the end of the first lap and came from 30th to get to 11th ahead of Timothy Buri, Andrea Adamo, Iago Martinez, the Spaniard, and then a Japanese rider, Yusaku Tanaka, riding in this EMX 150 for the first time. 16th was Keegan Mahoney of South Africa. Slade Tressler of the USA was 17th. David Robson, Andrea Bonifaciao and Alexandra Boer of Belgium, they were your top 20. And there is the number 55 of Yusaku Tanaka, who scored points at his first attempt. So the riders then making their way to the line, but in terms of the championship, Emil Weckman continues to lead the series. He's on 152. Binkcliffe now in 2nd, so climbing from 4th to 2nd. He's on 137, tied with Albin Larsson, who's 3rd, and Tim Edberg, who's on 124 in 4th. Viking Lindström is 5th on 122. And the one girl in the class, and she's parked right up over on the end there, but Jana Sanchez-Niki of Spain. Just waiting for 1 or 2 riders to get themselves into position. There's Tatu Junala at number 12. And Edberg, 48, he'll be hoping for a better start and having to do less work in this one than he had to do yesterday. 20 minutes plus 2 laps for these 150s. 15-second board is up, turns to 5. 150 race 2 bursts into life here. Binkcliffe getting a great start there, number 11 right in the centre. Just needs to stay out of trouble through this first corner. He's still pretty well placed. He was one of not many riders. In fact, he was the first guy to hit the downhill double after the finish line yesterday. Jumped it on the very first lap. Oh, Binkcliffe goes down. Oh, no, he doesn't. Binkcliffe survives there. He was right at the inside, but it is the number 30 instead of Alexander Boer. similar outfit in terms of their clothing, but Bohr making a great start but throwing it away. And it's the 59 of Mac Buens who is leading the way here at the first attempt. Edberg did get a better start in second. David Robson, the Brit, in third. Bincliffe fourth. Andrea Adamo is in fifth place. So the two Brits there, Robson and Bincliffe, third and fourth, leading the riders up the hill. But it's the 59 of Mac Buens on the 59 who is leading these guys away here, and Edberg looking urgent. On 55, the Japanese rider Tanaka goes down. So Buens, and there's Bincliffe going into third, passing Robson. So Bincliffe, who was that responding there? Well, Robson being pushed back here, but he did get caught and passed there. All right, so 23 of Håkan Fredriksson that found his way through. Where is Weckman? Emil Weckman in 19th place at the moment, so the championship leader looking at losing a lot of points here. The good news for him is he's got just under 20 minutes plus 2 laps to do something about it. There's number 2 of Alexis Collignon. So these guys just fighting over every position in the early laps of this race. There was Max Erlandson as well, just a few places behind him. So he's lost ground on the opening lap. There is that the 12 of Tatarunala? No, 25. There is Weckman on the jump now. So he goes through the right-hander and up into the tight right. So Weckman with a lot of work to do. There he is there, your championship leader. Trying to make ground around the outside. This is the worst start to a race that he's had all season long. Just here, coming towards us now, right on the left-hand side, the number 25. So the Mannanen brothers rider number 25, Emil Ekman. The Finnish rider with an awful lot to do. But let's bring the riders home over the first time then, over the line. Tim Edberg is your leader. Mac Buens second. Jack Bincliffe third. Håkan Fredriksson fourth. Alvin Larsson is in fifth place. Tatu Junila down the inside there. Gets himself up into 10th place, finding his way past the 21 of Robson, but so too number 41 going through, Erlandson. Robson not used to being in the sharp end here, but Edberg, Buens, Bincliffe, the top 3. Fredriksson is 4th, Larsson 5, Collignon 6, Adamo 7, Schweller 8, Erlandson 9, Junila 10. Robson now in about 11th place, Martinez 12, Vaterio 13, Lindstrom, Pettersson, Weckman down in 18th position as he comes over the line at the end of the first completed lap. There's Edberg, number 48, your race leader. And Bincliffe right behind the number 59 of Buens. Or has he found his way through into second position? Oh, a bit of bar banging, yes. Goes through eventually. And Larsson right there. So Larsson up to third. So Bincliffe, number 11, on the left-hand side. Larsson there, number 3. Just behind him. There's the first 3 in the same shot. 4th, Mac Buens. Or is it Eriksson now? Nice line there from Bincliffe, a little bit tighter, but a little bit smoother on the entry. So Bincliffe, who was 4th in the championship before race 1, but he's now up into 2nd in the championship, going after a double moto win here. Right, quick look at the start again. Centre of the screen, Bincliffe getting a good jump, but so too did Edberg. It's all about how they rounded out the first turn, but there's Edberg, 48, the 59 of Buens. Bit of bar-banging action there as well. Bincliffe just keeping it upright. Tight to the inside at number 3, Alvin Larsson. Bincliffe all over the back of Edberg then. The battle for the lead. There's the number 3 of Larsson in 3rd place. 4th is Mac Buens of the Netherlands, still there. number 59. Alexei Collignon is now up to 5th. Håkan Fredriksson is in 6th place, but the fastest rider on track as Bincliffe tries to barge his way up the inside of Edberg. Fastest rider on track, Tatu Junila of Finland, in 8th place. Now finds himself up in the 7th, actually. Having just found his way past Andrea Adamo. Bincliffe, I tell you what, that was very, very close there from the number 3 of Albin Larsson, jumping from one side of the track to the other, almost running out of room there, and Bincliffe at the inside of Edberg. Had it not been for that little mistake coming out of the turn, he would have gone through and taken the lead, but fair play to Edberg. Didn't back out of the challenge. He sensed an opportunity to fight right back, and Bincliffe now under pressure from the number 3 of Larsson. It's the fight for second position. The two riders in orange and yellow, the number 11 in the middle there, Bincliffe in 2nd place. Larsson, number 3 of Sweden, just there in 3rd. Larsson, 2 wins at the opening round, 2 second places at the opening round, left him with the championship leaders red plate, but since then it's been Emil Weckman, a win and a second at Matchley Basin. Got him the overall. Tim Edberg was the overall winner in Germany with a 2nd and a 3rd. He was 11th in race 1 yesterday, Tim Edberg. And Jack Bincliffe, well, he's been off the podium just once, and that was in Germany, 6th overall there, where he had a 6th and a 4th, but he was a race 1 winner yesterday, and if he even if he stays where he is at the moment, he will be the overall winner for the first time. But losing ground up the hill. Edberg making him work very, very hard. This is another podium performance for Edberg. He's on 35 points at the moment. 11th in race 1 gives him 10 points there. 25 for a potential win here as Larsson down the inside and taking Bincliffe wide. So the last lap or so, Bincliffe just making a couple of little mistakes, and that's allowed Larsson to keep that momentum going. And he didn't need a second invitation there to find his way past the 11 of Bincliffe. And Larsson, now all of a sudden, going after, Bincliffe down the inside, going after Edberg for a potential race win, and that would be Larsson's first race win of the year as well. Bincliffe already taking 2 moto victories, 1 in Italy at the opening round, 1 in the second race at Matchley Basin, 1 yesterday in race 1. But already Edberg and Larsson starting to pull clear of Bincliffe, who just needs to regroup and find his way back onto the rear wheel of the number 3 Albin Larsson. Alexei Collignon in 4th place, fastest man on track, fastest rider on track with a 2:04, fastest lap of the race as well. He's 3.5 seconds off the lead, so he's going to be right there. Look, number 2. And he's bringing with him the 23 of Håkan Fredriksson and number 12, Tatu Junila, who disappears around that first turn. Where is 25, Emil Weckman? He's now up into 13th place as Collignon makes a mistake. And Fredriksson, hard charge down the inside for the Norwegian rider. So Fredriksson, first time in the championship for him this weekend as well, putting on a pretty decent performance. He crosses the line in 4th place. That's going to be good enough for a podium here. Larsson's found his way past Edberg, hasn't he? Yes, he has. So Edberg then being pushed back to 2nd. Let's see what happened here, how he took the lead. He's doing the downhill step. Hard on the brakes at the bottom. Edberg not getting the distance. A controlled pass in the end, just forcing Edberg wide. Larsson now leads. Back with the leader then, number 3, Albin Larsson. But Tim Edberg charging down the inside. He takes the lead back. Great bit of riding there. So the winner from Germany, the last round of this championship, Edberg, saying basically, do not mess with me, I will fight back. And Larsson just a little bit off track there as he came over the top of the tabletop, but there's the gap back to 3rd. And Fredriksson all of a sudden right on the rear wheel of number 11, Jack Bincliffe. He cannot afford to lose any more points or positions in this race, because Bincliffe on 45 with a race win yesterday, 25, and third at the moment will give him 20. If he loses 2 more points, that puts him onto 44. He might still be able to do it, but it makes it all of a sudden very, very tight between him and Larsen. But either way you look at it, Håkan Fredriksson is looking at his first podium at his first attempt as well. Larsen was the fastest rider on track, fastest lap of the race last time around with a 2:04, 2:11. And here he is again going after Edberg in the battle for the lead. Rider down on the exit of the turn just prior, and watch this. Larsen, will he jump again? Yes, he will, and jumps past, this time into the lead. So he doesn't wait to the braking zone. Larsen just got out of the turn early, kept it nailed around the outside, switched it to the right, and sailed past the 48 of Edberg. So, almost a deja vu for Larsen. Jumping past this time. And that was Larsen jumping past Edberg to take the lead again. Will he be able to hold on to it this time? Dropping down to the bottom end of the circuit, this is where he lost the lead immediately as he drifted wide. He's getting the distance over the tabletop, but then running too wide in this corner. But he does maintain the lead this time around. So Larsen then, Edberg second, Bincliffe is third. Where is Håkan Fredriksson? He's just losing a little bit of ground to Bincliffe on that particular lap, even though he set the fastest lap of the race, a 2:03.9, compared to a 2:04.9 of Jack Bincliffe. At some point around this lap, he's just lost a little bit of ground. Oh, I thought we were going to have another EMX300 moment between Larsen then and Edberg. Oh, Fredriksson is still right there. Here's Weckman, number 25, your championship leader at the moment, but it's getting very, very close in terms of the championship, because he will be on 162. Larsen will go back to second, 159. Bincliffe on 157. And Weckman just finding his way past the number 54 of Viking Lindström, so gets himself up into 9th place. He'll be thinking points. He won't be thinking championship, he'll just be thinking points. Get as many points as possible. Jumping back up onto the start straight there. Number 25, Emil Weckman of Finland. Oh, neatly done there on the gas. Spin that back end around, get it straightened up as quick as possible. Go after the next guy, which in this case... Oh, David Robson, the young English rider. So Robson, who made a great start to the race, he's down. I wonder if it was just a failed attempt to get over the step down. Not too many riders getting over that. Track clear all of a sudden. Weckman comes through. Weckman in 9th place. Mac Buens just ahead of him, of the Netherlands. Mac Buens, who was your early race leader, now coming under pressure from the 25, the championship leader of Emil Weckman, but the battle for the lead right here. Number 3, Albin Larsen, and the 48 of Tim Edberg. Not done yet. 6 minutes to go. Oh, and he makes a mistake and gets run wide there. Larsen didn't go over the step up. Edberg taking no prisoners. Bounces back into the lead. So the 2 Swedes then going bar to bar here, and look at the distance he's already put. Watch this. Tried to scrub his way up, didn't get the distance. Edberg from out of nowhere got better drive, ran him wide, said, I'm coming through, whether you like it or not. Edberg leads once more then. What's that, the 3rd time he's led? Larsen there, needs to regroup. So too does Bincliffe. Bincliffe, though, that will give Bincliffe the 2 more points, because with Larsen leading the race at that point, he was on 45 points, the same as Bincliffe. So we've got a tie at the moment, but as they cross the line this time around with Edberg leading the way and Larsen in 2nd position, that will be Bincliffe now taking the overall. So it is all to play for here. Bincliffe has got to deal with the 23 of Håkan Fredriksson, though. Another rider down at the bottom of the hill, maybe just in the corner. So Bincliffe goes through. He's in third, and he's currently leading the overall classification on 45. Larsen, having just been overtaken by Tim Edberg last time around, now gets pushed back to second, and it really is between those two in this race. So if Bincliffe here, number 11, loses third place to Håkan Fredriksson, he will also lose 2 points. That'll put him on 43. So he will still be clear of Albin Larsen, who will be on 42. But Larsen is a danger man. If he finds his way back into the lead, then it's the overall victory as well for the number 3 of Larsen. Bincliffe seems to have dealt with the challenge from Håkan Fredriksson. So 46. The only girl in the race this weekend and for the series, Jana Sanchez-Nikki, outside of the points at the moment. I seem to remember one of the rounds earlier this year. She set a rapid time in time training. So Edberg and Larsen, the two Swedes. Battling for the lead. Edberg, 48, 3 Larsen. Oh, Larsen getting good drive, and he's right within striking distance as well. He knows his only opportunity, but the yellow flags are still there, the cautionary yellows. So he won't be able to jump here. Flags are out, so he's going to have to... Oh, I tell you what, well, they weren't waved yellows. They weren't waved yellows, so Larsen should be okay there. But will the officials look at that and say, because of the nature of the incident there, so they weren't waved yellows, and Larsen jumped his way downhill. No overtaking on waved yellows, remember. You can overtake on statics. Edberg not happy about that. Less than 2 minutes to go. Edberg looking for another charge down the inside. Can't get the job done there. See, Larsen obviously making a mistake there a lap or so ago. So this will be the overall victory for the number 3 of Larsen, if he stays where he is then, because that will give him the 3 vital points. He's on 42 at the moment. That'll put him back to 45. And the best result in race 2 between the 2 riders at tie, in this case it'll be the number 3 of Larsen and the 11 of Bincliffe. That will determine the overall. It'll be the first race win of the year for him as well, and the first overall victory for him, and it will move him up into second position in the championship, 5 points off of Emil Weckman, who is still there in 9th place, but all over the back of Mac Buens of the Netherlands. Ooh, Larsen running it up into the bank. Had to whip the clutch in there. Was on a rev for about 2 seconds or so. Lost vital ground to Edberg, who gets a little bit squirrely coming back over the tabletop on the approach to the finish line. 36 seconds left, so it's going to be 3 laps to go. This time he gets the distance. Edberg just not having the confidence to get over that step down. Oh, and Pettersson's down. That's at the couple of corners before they drop back up towards the start area. So the 16 of Pettersson, Alex Pettersson, who was in 14th place. Getting it completely wrong there. So the number 60, Carl Jorgensen, going through. He's in 19th, but he'll inherit a place or 2. So this choppy Lockett circuit now just starting to catch out one or two riders in this 150 championship. But Albin Larsson, he is on a charge. He set the fastest lap of the race last time around on lap 9. He's now on lap 10. Throwing that little 150 CRF around. Takes a quick look to the left, sees the rider down. The two-lap board will go out this time around. Will Edberg have anything to say about it? Bincliffe, does he know that he's off the podium, the top stop of the podium, if it would stay like this? Here's Emil Weckman. Oh, no, that's Tatu Junila. Number 12, having a good look around him. And his teammate here, number 25, Emil Weckman, all over the back of him. So, Weckman now up to 8th, but just looking, has Eric Schweller gone past? I think he has. Eric Schweller has gone past Junila. So Junila down to 7th, Schweller up into 6th place, number 77. So Emil Weckman needs another place to get himself, well, he won't get himself on the podium because that'll be 35, that'll give him 36 points. And Fredriksson, though, is in 4th in the race, so he will still miss out on the podium. He needs 2 more riders, so he needs to find his way past his teammate Tatu Junila and Eric Schweller if he is to get on the podium and keep that 100% podium streak going. Emil Weckman. Just here, number 25. Been a hard race for him, yeah. Schweller there, number 77. In 6th place. Junila, number 12, in 7th place. Here, 25, Weckman in 8th. There's Fredriksson, number 23 of Norway, all over the back of Bincliffe now. And they're closing up on Edberg. So this is still not been decided yet. There's your race leader, Albin Larsson. That's the totals at the moment, 45 apiece for Larsson and Bincliffe. Fredriksson on 36. Can't win the overall, unless there's a problem with the guys ahead of him, obviously. But Bincliffe needs to find his way past Edberg. As he came over the line, he was about 2 seconds adrift of the Swede. Just over a lap to go. There's your leader. There's second, Edberg. What's the gap? Well, there's Bincliffe, and then right behind him is Håkon Fredriksson of Norway. So the battle here then between the 48 and the 11, who cannot afford to make any more mistakes, but it's certainly tightening up in the top of the championship at the moment. So the 1 lap board out. Larsson 2.2 seconds clear of Edberg, who's about the same distance clear of Jack Bincliffe just here as he goes into his final lap. I'm sure he'll get the board saying you must pass Edberg for the win. And that's the gap between 2nd and 3rd, and the difference between taking the overall victory or finishing 2nd overall. He'll be disappointed with 3rd in this race, Jack Bincliffe. See the difference there, though, and Håkon Fredriksson gaining on Bincliffe, who was slightly offline into that right-hander, hit all the ruts, all the bumps. And Bincliffe coming under attack here, could be in danger of losing 2 more vital championship points to the number 23, Håkon Fredriksson. Oh, and Edberg makes a mistake. And it just goes to show, had he have been right on the wheel there, that would have been the difference between number 11, Bincliffe, finding his way past Edberg for a potential 2nd and a potential overall victory. So Edberg all of a sudden under pressure now. So 2nd, 3rd and 4th here, 48, 11 and 23. Oh, and Bincliffe just getting balked there by the back marker, who now just gets in the way of Håkon Fredriksson. Ah. Waved medical flags there. Marshall almost taken the head off of Fredriksson. But Larsson keeping his head down. And the number 3, Larsen, who will also maintain second place in the championship, hasn't won a race yet this year, but is looking at picking up his first race win, his first 25-point haul of the year, and with it, the overall victory, his first of the season. Through the final turn, number 3, Albin Larsen, takes the checkered flag and wins race number 2 and takes the overall. Edberg holds on for second, Bincliffe third, and Fredriksson fourth. And Larsen will finish on 45 points. Bincliffe also on 45, keeps himself on the podium, and Håkan Fredriksson third overall, his first time in the championship in 300. So Larsen, Bincliffe and Fredriksson, your top 3. Alexi Collignon come over the line there, fourth in number 2. Eric Schweller fifth, Tatu Junila. Sorry, Collignon fifth, Schweller 6th, Junila 7th, and Weckman there in 8th. He's not going to be on the podium, but he will maintain the championship lead. So Weckman will go to 165, Larsen 162, Bincliffe 157. How tight is it all of a sudden in this EMX 150 European Championship? Because it was 13 points, the difference between Weckman and Larsen before they turned a wheel yesterday. So riders still coming over the line then. Albin Larsen, your winner. Tim Edberg second. Jack Bincliffe third. Håkan Fredriksson fourth. Alexi Collignon fifth. Eric Schweller sixth. Tatu Junila seventh. Emil Weckman eighth. Mac Buens gets himself into ninth on the final lap, finding his way past Viking Lindström, who was pushed to 10th. Max Erlandson 11. Timothy Barry 12. Iago Martinez 13, number 6. The 81 of Andrea Adamo 14. Pascal Jungmann going through in 15. Luis Oterio is 16. And the South African riding number 14, Keegan Hickson Mahoney, coming home in 17th. Carl Jorgensen should be 18, Tanaka 19, and Slade Tressler should come through in 20th. But Albin Larsen, your overall winner, is with Lisa Leyland.
Albin Larsen, congratulations. First race win of the season, and with that, the overall.
Yeah, thank you really much.
How was your race?
Yeah, I got a pretty good start. I'm not so good on starting, so I was really happy. We came around the others on the first lap pretty good, so yeah, good.
Congratulations, thank you.
Hopefully we'll be able to grab a quick word with him after the podium. But number 3, Albin Larsen takes the win and his first overall victory of the season here. Round 4 of the 150 Honda European Championship at Loket in the Czech Republic. Overall then, Albin Larsen takes his first race win, but his second overall victory of the season to add to the one that he picked up at round 1. Bincliffe second overall, a share of the points, so, but Fredriksson third overall, his first ride in the 150 Championship. Weckman off the podium for the first time this year in 4th, and Edberg was 5th overall. Collignon, Junila, Schweller, Lindström and Erlandson, your top 10. Championship looks like this. Weckman only 3 points clear now. He's lost 10 points to Larsen. Bincliffe up to 3rd. Edberg drops to 4th, but look how tight it is. 146, just 19 points separating the first 4 riders.
Teď jsme se tady, dámy a pánové, trošku odmlčeli, protože... A my jdeme vyhlásit celkové vítěze třídy EMX150. Vezmeme to od 3. místa a na tom skončil norský závodník Håkan.
So riding for Norway then, Håkan Fredriksson, riding in the championship for the first time, takes 3rd overall. here at Loket in the Czech Republic. No wonder he's got a beaming smile. Second overall, though, and sharing the same points as the overall winner, but Jack Bincliffe, second overall this weekend. That's his third visit to the podium in the 4 rounds. But the overall winner, Albin Larsson, he was your overall winner at round 1 with a couple second places, but he's been off the podium since then. So his first visit to the podium since that first round in Italy, and he does it with a win in Moto number 2, his first win of the season. But Gordon Crockard, the manager of this whole setup, this CRF 150 championship. Nice trophy there for Håkan Fredriksson, third overall. Nice little bit of crystal.
A nyní cena pro vítěze, pardon, a tím je předávající pan Vladimír Loník z firmy Maják.
Takes his second place trophy, but your overall winner, Vladimir Loník, Maják, handing Albin Larsson his winner's trophy.
A nyní ještě
his second overall victory of the season.
Manažera vítěze, a tu předá paní Patricie Bendová, též pořádajícího AMK Loket.
Gordon Crockard, of course, will take the manufacturer's trophy.
A nyní speciální cena, která se jmenuje Fox Trophy, a tu
on behalf of Honda, of course,
předá hvězda třídy
but Emil Weckman
ze Slovenska.
Okay, so Czechs first, the Honda Czechs, the Fox Czechs. So €150 for the third place rider, Håkan Fredriksson, and also for Jack Bincliffe. These are vouchers. Tim Geiser, of course, from Honda Garibaldi, doing the honours. And the Fox boots being awarded to, well, he's a Fox athlete, isn't he?
Nyní poprosím pana
Albin Larsson.
Wickmana, pardon, Emilu Wickmanovi předáme
Emil Weckman
neboli červenou
didn't make the podium this time around, the number 25, but he still leads the championship. But it is very, very close. But Eddie Hurd, FIM Europe Motocross Commission President, handing the red plate to Emil Weckman. He'll be disappointed to be holding that red plate, having not finished on the podium today. But he's a good character, is Emil Weckman. He'll dust this off, put it behind him, and he'll look forward to Belgium in the sand in a week's time. National anthem, though, for Sweden.
Takže to bylo vyhlášení celkových výsledků třídy MX150 a já předávám
top 3 this weekend then. Albin Larsson, your overall winner. Jack Bincliffe second. Håkan Fredriksson of Norway third.
Jde jim to docela dobře, takže my jsme to tady řekli, že finský závodník by mohl
as they enjoy their time there on the podium. Let's take a quick look though as what happened in race 2. The gate dropped and it was a charge down to the line as always, but it was Mac Ruens, 59, who came out with the whole shot ahead of David Robson, the young Brit. There's a little bit of bar banging action going on the very first lap. Right, getting the better of its rider at the bottom of the hill. And that was 55 to knock up the Japanese rider as Emil Weckman was buried outside the top 20 on the opening lap. Had a hard ride through the field as well. Bincliffe, though, and Larsson battling over second and third as they chase down the 48 of Edberg. Bincliffe struck Thought he did. Edberg just kept a wheel clear of the Brit, number 11. Larson, though, found his way through. Wasn't the first time that Bincliffe would get past there in the race. Larson then found his way down the inside of Edberg. He led for the first time. Edberg responded immediately at the bottom of the hill because Larson ran wide, wasn't expecting the challenge back from Edberg, but then the next lap, Larson was leading again. This time he jumped past Tim Edberg, but then, guess what? A couple laps later, they changed leads again for the third time in the race. Edberg finding his way through, but then under cautionary yellows, the number 3 of Larson finally found his way past Edberg with 2 or 3 laps to go. Rider going down, that was 54, Viking Lindström, in the later stages of the race, but the checkered flag went out. It was a win for Larson, Edberg second, Bincliffe third, Fredriksson fourth, and Collignon was fifth.
Larson, congratulations, first race win, second overall. Really good battle there with Edberg in that second race.
Yeah, well, I think we changed the position like 20 times or something, I don't know, but I'm really happy with this hit win.
Congratulations, thank you. Second overall today we have Jack Bincliffe. 3 out of 4 podiums for you so far this season. Winner in the first race. Just tell us about your weekend as a whole.
For the weekend it's been absolutely amazing. I've had so much fun. This track's amazing as well. All the jumps are nervous, especially that step down, but it's so amazing. Really good.
Congratulations. Third overall, Håkon Fredriksson. First podium of the season for you. What were the races like out there?
Yeah, I was thinking it was good race, good fighting, and yeah, I'm so happy right now.
You deserve it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Håkon Fredriksson then. First visit to the podium for him, number 23 of Norway. And you can see what it meant to him as well. Just a beaming smile down there as he was interviewed just a moment ago. But Jack Bincliffe came so close to nailing down his first overall win of the season, but in the end, the number 3 of Albin Larson was just too good for him in the second race, having made a better start than he did in race 1 on Saturday. And it was Larson who cruised to victory in the end. His first race win of the year, but more crucially for him, his second overall victory of the season, and was within striking distance now of Emil Weckman in the battle for the championship. That's it for the 150s. Join us in a couple of moments' time for the second and final race of the year for the Women's Motocross World Championship. There is a World Championship on the line. You won't want to miss it.
Světová, tak Holanďani kupujou pozemky kolem Prahy, možná kolem Bratislavy, nevím. Podívej se na to, Kamile, a příští rok nám to řekneš. Takže to je jenom ohledně Holanďanů, ohledně Nancy van de Ven, která má sympatické rodiče. Evžene, mohl bys k tomu něco říct? Včera?
Ano, sympatické rodiče, všichni jsou závodníci, bratr, táta bývalý závodník, takže možná uvidíme tuto sympatickou blondýnku i v Čechách na nějakém závodě mezinárodní mistrovství České republiky třídy VMX, ale to se nechme překvapit.
Ano, tak to byla vítězka první rundy, protože tato závodnice sympatická zvítězila. Na druhém místě byla právě Livia Lenkot. Ta ztratila pouze 3 vteřinky na Van de Ven, a kdyby bylo potřeba, tak určitě by zabrala. Dostala se na první pozici, ale tam nechtěla riskovat zbytečný nějaký karambol, nějaký